All right, superlatives. Week 2, preseason, not fully over. One game tonight, Commanders-Ravens, but we're going to do it anyway. Now, first one for me, this is the Will.I.Am Award. Remember Will.I.Am?
Yeah,
the leader of the Black Eyed Peas, which was basically a karaoke group back in the, a decade or so ago. They haven't been around for a long time. Well, Will Anderson is around. He is. He made a play. And, we get so caught up in C.J. Stroud, second overall pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Third overall pick, they traded up for Will Anderson. You've been a little skeptical because where's the dominance? Where's the flash? Where's the thing that makes us say, wow? He gave us a little something on Saturday. Now, it helped. It helped that there was a high snap. And it helped that the high snap distracted Salvon Ahmed just enough that he wasn't ready for what he got. He looked up at the ball and he looked down, and there was Will Anderson. And then he's on Skylar Thompson, and out came the ball. But that was a great play. And they said on the broadcast, I think it was ND Kalu, Ahmed tried to block him for some reason. Well, that's what you do. That's what the running back does. You try to get in the way of the guy who's trying to get to the quarterback. But Anderson blew him up. It wasn't quite Jadeveon Clowney, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, helmet flies off when it was Michigan, South Carolina in that game years ago. But it was pretty damn impressive.
It was. And he had other plays that popped too. Yeah, he's looked the part in both preseason games, right? Yeah, I question the splash ability and the ability to come around the edge like we see those unbelievable pass rushers, a great explosion off the ball. There was people during the process that tried to tell me, hey, he's more explosive than you think. He had to play at a bigger weight at Alabama and all that. And maybe that's the truth of it, because he's another guy that looks a little thinner than he was at Alabama. Alabama, they asked him to do some more run-stopping stuff. He looks like a different guy. He popped in week 1 against the Patriots. He looked pretty damn good against the Dolphins, so we'll see if he can continue that, though. But it's a good call by you. It really is. Will Anderson looks good. All right, well, I'm going up the road from you here. I'm going to black and yellow, because, man, I don't know. If I went into the preseason and I went, man, I'm not going to pick the Steelers to go to the playoffs. And the Steelers, yeah, I know you and your pasta and meatballs crap, and you're really a Steelers fan. You want to be, you just won't jump in. I got a terrible towel here somewhere. Yeah, you need to find it, because they just got something going. I know it's the preseason, and I don't want to read too deep into it. But as far as first-team offenses go, they've been the most impressive I've seen in football so far through 2 weeks. I mean, their long run by Warren, this after a turnover, and just boom, strike right down the middle of the field. Kenny Pickett looks great. We know they got weapons. Their O-line looks like it's better. They make some explosive plays like in this in the run game. They dominated the Bills' offensive line on the other side of the ball. So I don't know. It's just one of those years, like you said, people sleeping on the Steelers, and Mike Tomlin's got them believing and foaming at the mouth, and they look damn good through 2 preseason games.
We talked earlier about how the Jaguars don't get any preseason hype or buzz because, they actually made it to the playoffs and won a game. Well, the Steelers did exactly what the Lions did. Horrible start, and got it together down the stretch. And they get no buzz at all. Nothing. They did exactly what the Lions did. And it's just like, it's the Steelers. But, they kind of went into the season, I think, at least folks who follow the team carefully believed it was going to be defense, running game, a different approach than what the other teams are doing offensively in the NFL. And maybe that is enough of a curveball to win you some games. Well, Kenny Pickett may have something to say about whether or not it's going to be good run game or pass game.
Yeah, right.
And then you have a team that's very balanced. Balance is the key. They get that team properly balanced, they're going to be a pain in the ass. And Mike Tomlin always gets more out of those guys than some of the parts would otherwise suggest. Watch out for the Steelers this year. Let's let them continue to be off the radar because it fits the narrative better that nobody expected anything out of them, and then boom, here they come. All right, I almost was going to do the Nathan Peterman Award for Matt Barkley because in that same game he had 12 throws and 3 interceptions.
And a fumble.
A turnover. A fumble, So he had 4 turnovers in all. He did get injured, too, on the play that resulted in the fumble. But 3 interceptions and 12 throws, you're putting in some work to pull that off. And that's about what Nathan Peterman did for the Bills against the Chargers 6 years ago. I'll instead go to, and I want to show you the play first.
Yeah, I saw it. I was watching live.
This This is the Who Does This Remind You Of award. Let's go ahead and show the play. The catch and run late in the fourth quarter of the Broncos-49ers game. Look at Ronnie. Who does Ronnie Bell remind you of?
I mean,
right there.
It seemed like Debo up the mid. I mean, I kind of thought of Debo at first. Who are you thinking? Who?
He was looking like Jerry Rice to me. He was looking like he should be wearing 80 instead of 10. Just the way he was moving.
Yeah.
Just it flashed
popping
in my brain as I watched. Yeah. And look, guys, a 7th round pick. Anything they get out of him is gravy. And he may not even make the roster. He may be on the practice squad. I don't know. But he had a play last week after they had three straight. They had 3 straight 3-and-outs, and they give him the ball out of the backfield, one of the funky Shanahan formations. He runs for a first down, and that sparked the offense coming out of the funk. But that play, just there was something about it. The way he's built, the way his shirt was tucked in his pants, the way his legs were moving. It's like that looks like Jerry Rice. It helps that it was also a 49ers uniform, but there was just something about what he did with that ball. Now, in fairness to Rice, he wouldn't have gotten tackled. So that may be the one big difference. Rice would have scored on that play. But, for a team that just has this way of finding guys in mid to late rounds, you never know where that next guy is going to come from, Chris. And that's why I'm fascinated by Ronnie Bell all of a sudden. Out of nowhere, I'm paying attention to Ronnie Bell.
I think he's made the roster. You can't not put him on the roster the way he's looked in both of those games, right? Somebody from what they've seen, somebody who has problems with the receiver position, if they tried to cut him and then bring him back on practice squad, someone's going to take this guy. He's ready for primetime, like you said. He looks really damn good. And this is where, Shanahan's special in this department. He is. He's an ex-receiver. He grew up learning routes from, Christian McCaffrey's dad, Ed McCaffrey, and Rod Smith. He was obsessed with it. He was coaching guys on our Texas football team how to run routes. So this is where this is where it's his specialty, and he found one in Ronnie Bell there.
All right, give me one more.
All right, last one for me, and for my superlative is, man, I mean, pick 30. The NFL let Nolan Smith go to the Eagles and pick 30. I mean, you see the pass rush here. There's a few other plays where he's phenomenal against the run, is disruptive, and then you see him here on the reverse. Hey, don't worry, just 2 tight ends blocking me. I'll bounce off them, and then run down the receiver who runs 4.3. I mean, that's Anthony Schwartz. He runs 4.3. And this guy's 245, and he runs 4.3. It's just unbelievable as a Giant fan. This is another great play. Just run over the tight end, get your hands in the face of the quarterback. I just can't believe the league let this guy go to the Eagles at pick 30. I'm mad as a Giants fan. What the F? But that was he's impressive. He hurt his shoulder a little. We'll see where it's at. But damn, he pops, Mike.
Out there nonstop, reckless abandon in the preseason. What's it going to be like in the regular season? We'll find out soon. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.